We are here today on a very cold morning, which is why I'm all bundled up today. It was raining this morning for a home inspection. And let me tell you, doing a home inspection in the rain is the best day to do a home inspection. If there is a leak from that roof, you will find it this day. So rainy days are the best days for home inspections, but we're probably going to have some great conversations with my home inspector, Jim Starcher, and ask him a lot of questions about what he does and what he recommends for home inspections. So let's take a look at behind the scenes. So at home inspections, I always recommend the buyers come to the home inspection. They don't have to be here the entire time, but at least for the last hour or two so that you can get the review of all the findings that the inspector finds. There's no home that's perfect, and there's gonna be a lot of things wrong with a home, and it doesn't mean that it's a defective home. It means that every home has something wrong with it. No home is perfect. We wanna go over and find the things that are health and safety related that would need to be addressed. Maybe a big problem that could cost a lot of money that maybe you don't want to undertake if you own that home. And we are so lucky today because we have my wonderful buyer, Joss, here. We just got into escrow on this amazing home in Anaheim. So he gets to see what Jim does. He gets to ask all the questions. What are some other things you want to look at?
Where to put the TV. I was measuring my couch at home. What furniture am I going to bring with me? Because I talked to the movers yesterday morning. But you also want to make sure any changes you make to the house before you move in, or if you want to wait until after you get settled.
So what are you most excited about for this home?
I mean, I'm just over the moon just because what we talked about and what I wanted to get versus what we got. It's like I feel like we hit a home run. And obviously that's thanks to someone.
Thank you.
What my dream was going to be, and then to come to this house, which is a detached house, central Anaheim. It's got a yard. It's on the end unit. It's got lots of room. I mean, obviously it's got these nice big ceilings and lots of light.
Second offer we put in, we got, and it's honestly better than the first one. I'm so stoked for you. This is in a great walkable area of Anaheim. I mean, I live just down the street too, so we're gonna be neighbors and besties. And then I guess we need to get started on this inspection, and we'll start asking some questions of Jim, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to go over today. In home inspections, part of that is going over your seller disclosures. If they're ready by the time we have inspection, we're gonna go over that together. But one of the things that the seller noted was that there may be some settling in the foundation or the slab, and I'll show you. This is very noticeable, so we had Jim take a look at this. So we don't know what's going on here. Now, Jim is not a foundation expert. He is a general home inspector. So he's gonna recommend getting a further investigation with a slab company or a foundation structural company. So we did make an appointment for that for next week. So we'll find out a little bit more. We wanna make sure basically that there's not a bigger issue here that's gonna cost thousands of dollars. Because when buying a home, having an extra expense may not be something you can afford or want to afford. It's better to get that inspection done for peace of mind. So Jim really inspects everything. I have never met an inspector that's as thorough as Jim. I mean, he's trying like what? You're using the microwave right now. I just saw you opening and closing all the windows.
Every window open, closed, tracks needs cleans, locks work properly. Here, some people have a cup of water, but we can do a quickie on this. Flash, we see flash, that means that's working. So that tests the microwave. We're doing the oven right now. What I can demonstrate here real quick is that there's no anti-tipping bracket installed in the oven.
So it'll move.
Oven will move.
I don't think I've ever seen an oven with an anti-tipping bracket actually installed. Have you?
I have.
Wow. That's really a safety hazard if you have kids in the house.
Yes. There's also a concern when we're cooking, because if they open the door and they're getting the turkey out and somebody drops the turkey, it can actually jar this, and if we're boiling anything, that would splash onto a human. So even, not only kids.
See, I don't even think about these things.
I take a ton of photos so we can have backup and proof. Okay, now we know the broiler's working. We got a picture of it.
It's nice and warm over here too. I kind of like standing in this corner.
Cancel that, and we'll check all the ignition on all burners. And then what we're going to test now, make sure we have GFI protection.
Yes.
So we have power there, then I'm going to hit the GFI ground fault circuit interrupter. That turns off the power. This is safety around Wet or dry locations now in the kitchen. No power there, no power here, and then how about over here? Okay, so now that doesn't have geophy protection.
Okay.
So then I'm going to document that and put that in the report. Unfortunately, new construction though, now they want this on a geophy. If we have water presence, we have a leak, it's on the floor, you're barefoot, you come out here, if something's wrong and you get grounded, you get electrocuted, that's more important to shut the power off than to save all the grocery.
Another home inspection that I absolutely recommend is getting a termite inspection done. There are some companies that can do an inspection for free. Other companies are like 75, 100, 125, 150. It just depends on the company. You can already see this home probably needs some work here. You're gonna look at wood cracking, wood rot. Is there an active termite infestation? There was a note on the screen upstairs not to go on the balcony, so we're assuming that there's an issue here. We want to make sure that we get that inspection done, so we have the termite inspectors coming out in a few days to look at that and report back, because we want to know how much is it going to cost to replace the wood to fix this, and they will put that estimate in their report as well. So one of the systems that we definitely want to check is the AC. We're here at the condenser, and this thing looks pretty old. Some things built back in the day were actually better quality than the stuff now, so maybe this still works. But you can always look on the back side of the unit, and if it's old enough, it will actually have the manufacture date on it. I looked at this one already. It was manufactured in 1991, so this is probably the original condenser that was put when they built this home, basically. We're gonna check it out, make sure that it still works. The sellers didn't disclose anything about it not working, so it probably worked. It can be negotiated in the sale is a home warranty. So home warranty is good for 13 months. So after you close escrow, if one of your systems goes down, it's just a quick service fee to have a technician come out, and they can either fix the problem, or if they need to replace the problem, then that can also be done using the home warranty. You don't know how a seller is gonna take care of their things. You know, do they take care of and maintain everything properly? So it's kind of a crapshoot when you get into a new home, because you know, maybe a system will just all of a sudden break down, and then you're like, well, what happens? What do I do? You have a home warranty for that. So I highly recommend home warranties when writing an offer for your next home. Very important. All right, so I gotta finish my coffee and we have to finish this inspection. But next steps, we're gonna talk about everything that Jim found in this home on the inspection report. So we're gonna go over all the pictures and everything that he took from today. And if there are any health and safety issues, or if there's been any big issues that we need to discuss with the seller, I contact the listing agent and see if we can negotiate some credits or repairs for the buyer. Every home in California is technically sold as is, so a seller does not have to complete any repairs or give any credits. But if there is a big ticket item, they might be more inclined to either credit or fix that item. But that's all negotiable. Everything is negotiable, right? We gotta go. We gotta finish up here. You guys gotta get out of here, and I'm gonna finish my coffee. So we will see you on the next one, where we talk about, this might sound a little contradicting, but why maybe you shouldn't move here to Anaheim. So stay tuned next week.